the Chronicles of the Hidden Isle. In the heart of the vast, sparkling sapphire sea, legends whispered of a hidden island that could not be found on any map. It was said that the Hidden Isle, cloaked by powerful magic, only revealed itself once every 100 years, and only to those who possessed the courage and pure heart to find it. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky with hues of gold and crimson, a lone sailor named Lucas found himself adrift. His ship had been caught in a violent storm, and he had battled the fierce waves for hours, his vessel now reduced to a drifting wreck. As night fell and the storm subsided, Lucas clung to the shattered remains of his boat, praying for a miracle. Exhausted and barely conscious, Lucas noticed a faint, shimmering glow on the horizon, a light that seemed to call out to him through the darkness. With what little strength he had left, he paddled towards the glow, each stroke of his arms a testament to his determination and hope. As dawn broke, Lucas found himself washed ashore on an island unlike any he had ever seen. The beach was lined with sparkling, golden sand, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Towering trees with emerald green leaves rustled gently in the breeze, and vibrant, exotic birds with rainbow feathers flitted between the branches, singing melodies that seemed almost magical. Lucas staggered to his feet, his eyes wide with wonder. "Where am I?" he murmured, gazing around in awe. He had never seen such beauty, and the tranquility of the island was a stark contrast to the violent storm he had just endured. As he explored the shore, Lucas stumbled upon a strange, weathered map partially buried in the sand. The parchment was old and frayed, its edges curling with age. The map depicted the layout of an island surrounded by swirling symbols and intricate drawings, and at the center, a mysterious mark that resembled a portal. Intrigued, Lucas picked up the map and examined it closely. Could this be the Hidden Isle? He wondered aloud. The tales of his childhood came rushing back to him. Stories of a magical island that appeared once every century, hidden from the world and filled with unimaginable wonders. Determined to uncover the secrets of this enigmatic island, Lucas set off into the lush jungle. The foliage grew denser, and the path became more treacherous with each step. But Lucas pressed on, driven by curiosity and a sense of adventure. As he ventured deeper, he encountered a series of peculiar and mystical sights. A tree with silver leaves that sparkled like stars, a crystal-clear stream where fish swam in every color of the rainbow, and an ancient stone archway covered in glowing runes. Each discovery filled him with awe and a growing belief that he had indeed found the fabled Hidden Isle. His journey took him to the foot of a majestic waterfall cascading from a cliff high above. The water sparkled in the sunlight, creating a misty rainbow at its base. Lucas approached cautiously, sensing that there was something extraordinary hidden behind the waterfall. With a deep breath, he stepped through the curtain of water and found himself in a hidden cave, its walls covered in glowing, bioluminescent moss. In the center of the cave stood a magnificent, intricately carved pedestal. Resting upon it was a gleaming, ancient amulet that pulsed with a gentle blue light. Lucas felt drawn to it, and as he reached out to touch it, a voice echoed through the cave, a voice that seemed to come from the very heart of the island. "Welcome, Lucas, to the Hidden Isle," the voice said. "You have been chosen to uncover the mysteries of this land and restore the balance of magic that has been lost for centuries. Your journey will be fraught with challenges and tests of heart and spirit. But remember, only through courage and wisdom will you unlock the true power of the Hidden Isle." Lucas's heart raced with excitement and anticipation. The map, the island, the amulet. It all seemed like a dream, a wondrous adventure unfolding before his eyes. He took a deep breath, his resolve firm. He was ready to face whatever trials lay ahead, ready to uncover the secrets of the Hidden Isle and fulfill the destiny that awaited him. With the amulet in hand, Lucas stepped out of the cave, his eyes set on the horizon. The adventure of a lifetime was just beginning, and he knew that every moment would be filled with magic, discovery, and the thrill of the unknown. Lucas stood at the cave's entrance, the gleaming amulet clutched in his hand. The sun, now high in the sky, that bathed the hidden isle in a warm golden light. The voice in the cave had spoken of challenges and tests, but Lucas felt a surge of determination. He knew that he was on the brink of an extraordinary adventure, one that would lead him to uncover the island's deepest secrets. As he began his journey anew, Lucas felt a gentle tug from the amulet, as if it were guiding him. The path through the jungle was now more defined, leading him to a clearing where a vast, ancient forest stretched out before him. The trees here were taller and older than any he had ever seen, their branches forming a thick canopy overhead, creating a realm of perpetual twilight. Lucas ventured deeper into the forest, each step resonating with the crunch of fallen leaves and the distant calls of unseen creatures. Suddenly, the amulet pulsed with a bright blue light, illuminating a narrow path to his right. Trusting the amulet, Lucas followed the light and soon arrived at a glade where an enormous, twisted oak tree stood, its trunk carved with mysterious symbols. At the base of the oak, he noticed a small, hollowed-out space just large enough for the amulet. He hesitated for a moment, then placed the amulet inside the hollow. Instantly, the tree began to hum softly, and the symbols on its bark glowed, forming a doorway that shimmered with a magical light. Taking a deep breath, Lucas stepped through the doorway and found himself in a breathtaking, hidden grove. The air was filled with the soft glow of floating orbs, and the ground was carpeted with flowers that seemed to whisper as he passed. In the center of the grove stood a stone pedestal, similar to the one in the cave, but this one bore a crystal orb that reflected the light in 1,000 dazzling colors. As Lucas approached the orb, a figure emerged from the shadows. A tall, graceful being with flowing robes and eyes that sparkled like the night sky. "Welcome, Lucas," the figure said in a voice that was both gentle and commanding. "I am Lyra, the keeper of the hidden isle. You have shown great courage in finding this place. The amulet you carry is the key of ages, and it has chosen you to restore the lost magic of our land." Lucas listened intently as Lyra explained that the hidden isle was once a thriving realm of magic, its power sustained by 4 ancient relics: the heart of the forest, the breath of the sky, the tears of the ocean, and the flame of the earth. Each relic was guarded by a formidable spirit, and together they maintained the balance of magic on the island. But over time, the relics had been scattered and their guardians weakened, leading to the island's gradual decline. "The key of ages will guide you to these relics," Lyra continued, "but you must prove yourself worthy by facing the trials set by their guardians. Only then can you restore the magic and revive the hidden isle." Lucas nodded, feeling the weight of the task ahead. "I will do whatever it takes," he said, determination clear in his voice. With that, Lyra handed him a crystal map that detailed the island's various regions and the locations of the relics. His first destination was the Forest of Echoes, where the heart of the forest lay hidden. According to the map, it was a place where the trees whispered ancient songs and the very air was thick with enchantment. Lucas thanked Lyra and set off towards the forest, his heart pounding with excitement and a hint of apprehension. The journey to the Forest of Echoes was filled with wonder and mystery. The path led him through glimmering streams where fish sang in melodious tones and meadows where flowers danced in the breeze. As he approached the forest, he could hear faint whispers growing louder, guiding him towards the heart of the woods. Entering the Forest of Echoes, Lucas found himself surrounded by towering trees whose leaves glowed with a soft, emerald light. The whispers grew clearer, forming a hauntingly beautiful melody that resonated with his very soul. Guided by the amulet's light, he followed the whispers deeper into the forest until he reached a magnificent clearing where a colossal, ancient tree stood, its bark covered in luminescent runes. This was the guardian tree, where the heart of the forest was said to reside. As Lucas approached, the tree's roots began to stir, and from the shadows emerged a majestic spirit, a guardian with the form of a mighty stag, its antlers adorned with twinkling stars. The guardian's eyes glowed with wisdom as it spoke. To claim the heart of the forest, you must demonstrate your connection to the land and your respect for its magic. Only those who honor the balance of nature may wield its power. Lucas took a deep breath, recalling the tales he had heard of ancient trials. He closed his eyes and reached out with his senses, feeling the pulse of the forest, the rhythm of the earth beneath his feet, and the whisper of the wind in the leaves. He spoke words of reverence and respect, pledging to protect the forest's magic and uphold its harmony. The guardian seemed to consider his words, its gaze piercing and contemplative. After a long moment, it nodded and stepped aside, revealing a hidden alcove within the tree's trunk. Inside, the heart of the forest, a radiant emerald gem, glowed with a pure, vibrant light. As Lucas reached out to take the heart, he felt a surge of energy flow through him, connecting him to the very essence of the forest. He knew this was just the beginning, but he felt a renewed sense of purpose and strength. With the first relic in hand, he was ready to face the next trial, guided by the amulet and his newfound connection to the Hidden Isle's magic. With the heart of the forest safely in his possession, Lucas prepared to set off on the next leg of his journey, determined to uncover the remaining relics and restore the Hidden Isle to its former glory. Each step he took brought him closer to understanding the island's mysteries and fulfilling the destiny that awaited him. With the heart of the forest safely in his possession, Lucas felt a deep connection to the island's magic flowing through him. He gazed at the crystal map, which now glowed softly, indicating his next destination, the Cliff of Whispers, where the breath of the sky awaited. Lucas trekked through the dense jungle and across verdant meadows, his path lit by the guiding light of the amulet. The journey led him to the island's highlands, where the ground grew rocky and the air cooler. As he climbed higher, the forest thinned, giving way to sheer cliffs that overlooked a vast expanse of sea. The Cliff of Whispers was aptly named. The wind here carried voices soft and elusive, as if the very breeze was alive with ancient stories and secrets. Lucas stood at the edge, marveling at the breathtaking view. Far below, waves crashed against the rocks, their rhythm a calming counterpoint to the swirling winds above. A majestic eagle, its feathers shimmering like silver, swooped down and landed gracefully beside him. The bird gazed at Lucas with intelligent, piercing eyes. "I am Aaron, the guardian of the sky," it said, its voice a harmonious blend with the wind. "To claim the breath of the sky, you must demonstrate the spirit of freedom and the courage to soar into the unknown." Aaron spread its wings, and a gust of wind lifted Lucas off his feet. He found himself gliding through the air, the amulet's light forming a protective aura around him. The sensation of flight was exhilarating yet daunting, and Lucas struggled to maintain his composure as he soared above the cliffs. "Trust the wind, and it will carry you," Aaron's voice echoed in his mind. Lucas closed his eyes and let go of his fear, feeling the wind's currents guiding him. He flew over the cliffs, through clouds, and past soaring mountain peaks, the island unfolding beneath him like a living tapestry of wonder and beauty. When he landed back on the cliff, his heart was pounding, but he was filled with a newfound sense of freedom and exhilaration. Aaron nodded approvingly, and a brilliant, azure gemstone appeared at the eagle's feet, the breath of the sky. Lucas picked up the gem, feeling its cool, airy power merging with the warmth of the heart of the forest. "Thank you," he said, bowing to Aaron. "I will honor this gift and protect the balance of the sky's magic." With 2 relics now in his possession, Lucas set his sights on the next destination marked on his map, the coral caverns deep beneath the island, where the tears of the ocean were said to lie. The descent to the coral caverns took Lucas through narrow, winding paths that eventually led to a hidden cove. There, a gentle wave caressed the shore, and Lucas noticed a shimmering, underwater passage illuminated by the glow of bioluminescent plants. He took a deep breath and dove into the water, the amulet casting a protective bubble around him, allowing him to breathe. The passage led him to a mesmerizing underwater world where vibrant coral formations sparkled in an array of colors. Schools of fish darted around him, and the water was alive with the soft, harmonious hum of the ocean's melody. At the heart of the caverns, Lucas found a majestic sea turtle adorned with shells and coral, Cedo, the guardian of the ocean. To claim the tears of the ocean, you must prove your empathy and understanding of the sea's mysteries, Cedo said, its voice a soothing blend with the gentle waves. Cedo guided Lucas through a series of underwater challenges, testing his ability to navigate through intricate coral mazes, decipher the language of the ocean creatures, and harmonize with the rhythm of the tides. Each task deepened his connection to the ocean, teaching him the delicate balance that sustained its vast, vibrant life. Finally, Cedo led him to a secluded grotto where a crystalline tear, glowing with a soft blue light, rested on a bed of seaweed. Lucas picked up the tear of the ocean, feeling its soothing power mingling with the heart of the forest and the breath of the sky. "You have shown great empathy, Lucas," Cedo said, "and the ocean's magic now flows through you. Use it wisely." With the third relic in hand, Lucas emerged from the coral caverns, invigorated and determined. He glanced at the map, which now pointed to the island's volcanic region, where the final relic, the flame of the earth, awaited. The journey to the volcano was the most arduous yet. The terrain grew steeper and more rugged, and the air was thick with the scent of sulfur. Lucas's path led him through narrow, rocky gorges and across bubbling lava streams until he reached the base of the island's great volcano. Here, the amulet pulsed more intensely, and Lucas knew the final trial awaited him within the fiery depths. He entered a cavern where molten rock flowed like rivers of flame, illuminating the chamber with a fierce, red glow. At the heart of the cavern stood a powerful, elemental being, a figure forged from molten lava and solid rock. "I am Ignis, the guardian of the earth's flame," it said, its voice rumbling like the eruption of a volcano. "To claim the flame of the earth, you must demonstrate the strength and resilience to endure the trials of fire and emerge unscathed." Ignis led Lucas through a series of daunting trials, where he had to withstand the heat of the lava, forge a path through collapsing tunnels, and harness the power of fire to overcome formidable obstacles. Each challenge tested his strength and resilience, pushing him to his limits. Finally, after a grueling trial, Lucas stood before a pool of molten lava. Rising from its center was a brilliant, fiery gem, the flame of the earth. He reached out, and as his fingers closed around the gem, he felt a surge of raw, powerful energy coursing through him. "You have proven your strength, Lucas," Ignis said, its form glowing brighter. "The flame of the earth is now yours to command. Use its power to bring balance and protect the magic of the Hidden Isle." With all 4 relics, each representing a fundamental element of the island's magic, now in his possession, Lucas felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment and purpose. The amulet pulsed with a harmonious blend of energies, guiding him back to the heart of the island where his journey had begun. As Lucas approached the ancient stone archway at the island's center, he knew that the final step of his quest awaited him, a challenge that would test everything he had learned and define the fate of the Hidden Isle. The mysteries of the island and the destiny that awaited him were about to be revealed. Lucas felt the combined energies of the 4 relics coursing through him as he approached the ancient stone archway. The heart of the forest, the breath of the sky, the tears of the ocean, and the flame of the earth each resonated with their own unique power, creating a harmonious blend that guided him forward. He sensed that the true nature of the Hidden Isle and his final challenge awaited him just beyond the archway. Stepping through the arch, Lucas entered a vast, circular clearing surrounded by towering stone pillars covered in intricate carvings. At the center of the clearing, a majestic, crystalline structure rose from the ground, shimmering with a rainbow of colors. This was the Nexus of the Elements, the core of the island's magic. As Lucas approached the Nexus, the air around him began to vibrate with a deep, resonant hum. The 4 relics he carried started to glow, each one attuning itself to the central structure. He carefully placed the heart of the forest, the breath of the sky, the tears of the ocean, and the flame of the earth into their respective slots in the Nexus. Suddenly, the ground beneath him trembled, and the sky above darkened as swirling clouds gathered. A powerful, ethereal light shot up from the Nexus, piercing the heavens and illuminating the entire island. Lucas watched in awe as the light spread, weaving through the trees, across the waters, and over the mountains, revitalizing the Hidden Isle with a surge of pure magic. From the edges of the clearing, the island's guardians began to emerge, Aaron the eagle, Ceto the sea turtle, Ignis the elemental, and Lyra the graceful figure who had first guided him. They formed a circle around Lucas and the Nexus, their eyes glowing with ancient wisdom and a hint of anticipation. "You have done well, Lucas," Lyra said, her voice echoing with pride and warmth. "But your journey is not yet complete. The Nexus of the elements must be activated to restore the full power of the Hidden Isle. You must channel the energy of the relics and harmonize them with your own spirit." Lucas nodded, feeling the weight of the task ahead. He stepped closer to the Nexus and placed his hands on the crystal surface. Instantly, he was enveloped in a blinding light, and the world around him seemed to dissolve into a swirling vortex of colors and sounds. He felt the essence of each element, the strength of the forest, the freedom of the sky, the depth of the ocean, and the heat of the earth intertwining with his own energy. His mind filled with visions of the island's past, a realm where magic flourished, where every tree, stone, and wave pulsed with life. He saw how the island's magic had gradually faded, the balance disrupted by the loss of the relics. Now it was his task to restore that balance, to reignite the spark of magic that had been lost. Focusing his thoughts and emotions, Lucas channeled the power of the relics through his being, guiding the energy into the Nexus. The light intensified, and the crystalline structure began to resonate with a harmonious melody, echoing the songs of the forest, the wind, the sea, and the earth. Just as he felt the balance begin to stabilize, a shadowy figure emerged from the swirling light, a dark, formless entity that seemed to feed on chaos and discord. This was the ancient force that had disrupted the island's magic, the very essence of imbalance and corruption. The shadow spoke in a voice that was cold and hollow. "You may have gathered the relics, but you cannot restore what has been lost. The power of chaos will always prevail." Lucas felt a chill run down his spine, but he stood firm. "I won't let you destroy the Hidden Isle," he said, his voice strong and resolute. "The island's magic will be restored, and balance will be achieved." The entity laughed, a sound like the grinding of stones, and launched itself at Lucas. Instinctively, he raised his hands, and the combined power of the relics surged forth, forming a protective barrier of light around him. The shadow recoiled, its dark tendrils searing as they touched the barrier. Lucas concentrated, drawing strength from the relics and the memories of his journey. He recalled the lessons he had learned from each guardian: the courage to soar with the wind, the empathy to understand the ocean's depths, the strength to endure the trials of fire, and the respect for the life of the forest. Each element had taught him something vital, and together, they formed a harmonious balance within him. Summoning every ounce of his will, Lucas directed the energy of the relics at the shadow, the light growing brighter and more intense. The entity writhed and twisted, trying to escape the purifying force, but Lucas held firm, determined to banish the darkness and restore the island's magic. The Nexus glowed with an overpowering brilliance, and the shadow began to dissipate, its dark essence unraveling in the face of the harmonious energy. With a final, defiant scream, the entity shattered into 1,000 fragments, vanishing into the ether. The light from the Nexus enveloped the clearing, and the island seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The swirling clouds dispersed, and the sun broke through, casting a warm, golden light over the landscape. The pillars around the clearing pulsed with a vibrant energy, their carvings coming to life with shimmering patterns. Lucas stepped back from the Nexus, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment and peace. The island's magic had been restored, and the Hidden Isle was once again a realm of wonder and balance. The guardians approached him, their eyes filled with gratitude and respect. "You have restored the harmony of our land," Aaron said, its voice carrying a note of admiration. "The magic of the Hidden Isle is safe, thanks to your courage and wisdom." Ceto nodded. "The sea sings with joy, and the creatures of the ocean rejoice in your victory." Ignis, its form glowing with a warm, fiery light, added, "The Earth's flame burns brightly once more, a testament to your strength and resilience." Lyra stepped forward, placing a gentle hand on Lucas's shoulder. You have proven yourself worthy, Lucas. The island's magic is now a part of you, and you are forever connected to its spirit. Your journey has transformed not just the Hidden Isle, but you as well. Lucas smiled, feeling a deep connection to the island and its guardians. "Thank you," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. "I couldn't have done it without your guidance and the lessons I learned along the way." As the island's magic settled into its restored state, Lucas felt a sense of fulfillment and purpose. He knew that his journey had come to an end, but the adventure had only just begun. The Hidden Isle's secrets were now part of him, and he was ready to face whatever the future held. With the shadow banished and the Nexus of the elements fully activated, the Hidden Isle flourished with newfound vibrancy. Every tree, every wave, and every breeze now hummed with a revitalized magic. Lucas stood at the heart of the clearing, feeling the island's gratitude and the unity of the four elements within him. Lyra, the graceful guide and guardian of the forest, approached Lucas with a serene smile. "You have restored balance, Lucas," she said softly. "But there is more to understand. The island's magic is ancient and profound, and it will reveal its deeper mysteries to those who are patient and willing to learn." Lucas nodded, his eyes reflecting both determination and curiosity. "What must I do next?" he asked. Aaron, the majestic eagle and guardian of the sky, soared down to join them. "The elements have accepted you, but you must now learn to wield their power with wisdom and care. The island's ancient lore speaks of a hidden sanctuary where the true essence of each element can be understood and mastered." Ceto, the wise sea turtle and guardian of the ocean, swam gracefully through the air, creating a shimmering pathway of light that led to the horizon. "The sanctuary of elements lies beyond the great sea, where the tides meet the sky and the earth touches the stars," Ceto explained. "It is a place of deep reflection and profound learning." Ignis, the formidable elemental guardian of the earth's flame, materialized beside them, its form glowing with a warm, steady light. To reach the sanctuary, you must embark on a journey across the island, through lands uncharted and challenges yet unseen. Only by confronting these new trials can you unlock the full potential of the island's magic. The Guardian's words filled Lucas with a sense of anticipation and purpose. His journey was far from over. It had merely entered a new chapter. He felt the amulet around his neck pulse gently, guiding him once more. Determined and resolute, Lucas set out from the clearing, the path illuminated by the light of the Nexus. He traversed lush forests and rolling meadows, each step bringing him closer to the sanctuary of elements. Along the way, the landscape began to change, growing wilder and more untamed. The trees were taller, their leaves a deeper shade of green, and the mountains in the distance loomed larger and more imposing. As he ventured deeper into the heart of the island, Lucas encountered various challenges that tested his understanding of the elements. He had to cross a vast desert where the sun's heat was relentless, learning to summon the cooling power of the tears of the ocean to quench his thirst and protect him from the scorching sun. In the midst of a dense, enchanted forest, he faced creatures made of pure shadow, remnants of the dark entity he had defeated. Using the heart of the forest, he calmed the restless spirits and restored their connection to the island's life force, turning them back into the peaceful creatures they once were. The breath of the sky came to his aid when he reached the cliffs overlooking a turbulent sea. Strong winds threatened to blow him off course, but he harnessed the relic's power to ride the gusts safely, guiding him to hidden paths along the cliffside. Finally, as he approached the volcanic region at the island's core, the flame of the earth allowed him to navigate through fields of bubbling lava and molten rock. He channeled the fiery energy to create safe passages, enduring the intense heat and using the flame's power to protect and guide him. Lucas's journey led him to the shores of a vast, shimmering sea that stretched out toward the horizon. The waters glowed with an ethereal light, reflecting the sky's colors and the distant mountains. Here, at the boundary between the island's lands and the open ocean, he knew the sanctuary of elements lay just beyond the horizon. He found a small, ancient boat at the water's edge, its surface covered in intricate carvings of elemental symbols. As he stepped into the boat, the amulet around his neck glowed brighter, indicating that this was the vessel meant to carry him to the sanctuary. Setting sail, Lucas felt the boat move with a life of its own, gliding smoothly over the water. The sea was calm, and the sky above was a brilliant canvas of blues and golds. The journey across the ocean was serene, yet Lucas sensed the anticipation of the challenges that awaited him at the sanctuary. As he neared the horizon, the water began to shimmer with a mystical light. A gateway formed in the distance, an archway of pure energy that seemed to blend the sea and sky into one. The boat sailed through the gateway, and Lucas found himself in a realm unlike any he had seen before. The Sanctuary of Elements was a breathtaking, ethereal landscape where the forces of nature converged in perfect harmony. Crystal-clear waters flowed through floating islands adorned with vibrant flora, and the air was filled with the gentle hum of elemental magic. Here, the boundaries between land, sea, and sky blurred, creating a wondrous tapestry of interconnected realms. Lucas stepped onto one of the floating islands, feeling the energy of the sanctuary envelop him. The amulet pulsed with a steady, rhythmic light, guiding him toward a central, towering spire that stood at the heart of the sanctuary. This was the source of the island's ancient magic, the place where the true essence of the elements could be mastered. As he approached the spire, Lucas felt a profound sense of anticipation. He knew that the challenges awaiting him here would be the ultimate test of his understanding and mastery of the elements. The Guardian's words echoed in his mind. Only by confronting these trials could he unlock the full potential of the island's magic and ensure the lasting harmony of the hidden isle. With a deep breath and a determined heart, Lucas stepped forward, ready to face the final trials of the Sanctuary of Elements. Lucas stood before the towering spire in the Sanctuary of Elements, feeling the weight of the island's magic and the anticipation of the final trials. The amulet around his neck glowed brightly, resonating with the powerful energies of the sanctuary. He knew that mastering the true essence of the elements would require not just courage and strength, but wisdom and understanding. As he ascended the steps to the spire, Lucas was greeted by a series of ancient guardians, each representing one of the elements. They guided him to 4 chambers, each one dedicated to a different elemental trial. The trial of the forest deciduous tree. In the first chamber, Lucas entered a lush, vibrant forest. The air was filled with the scent of pine and the sounds of rustling leaves. Suddenly, the trees began to shift and move, creating a labyrinthine maze. Lucas had to use the heart of the forest to tune into the rhythm of nature, finding hidden pathways and solving riddles posed by the trees themselves. Each step required him to listen and feel, to become one with the forest. By the end, he had earned the forest's blessing, gaining a deeper understanding of the balance between life and nature. The trial of the sky Milky Way. The second chamber opened up to the sky, with floating islands and swirling clouds. Lucas felt the breath of the sky guiding him as he navigated through turbulent winds and aerial challenges. He learned to harness the power of the wind, gliding effortlessly and using currents to overcome obstacles. This trial taught him the importance of freedom and perspective, of seeing the bigger picture and moving with grace and agility. He emerged with a newfound appreciation for the sky's boundless energy and serenity. The trial of the ocean water wave. The third chamber was a vast underwater realm, where Lucas had to dive deep into the ocean's depths. The tears of the ocean glowed softly, allowing him to breathe underwater and communicate with marine creatures. He faced currents that tried to pull him off course and encountered mysterious sea spirits that tested his empathy and understanding. By learning to flow with the currents and connect with the ocean's inhabitants, Lucas gained insights into the depths of emotions and the power of adaptability. He left the chamber with a profound respect for the ocean's mysteries and its unyielding strength. The trial of the Earth's flame fire. The final chamber was a cavern filled with molten lava and glowing crystals. Here, Lucas confronted the raw power of the Earth's flame. He used the relic's energy to withstand intense heat, forge safe paths through the lava, and shape the crystals to create protective barriers. This trial taught him resilience and endurance, the ability to withstand and transform through adversity. By mastering the flame, he understood the balance between destruction and creation, and how both were essential to the Earth's vitality. The Nexus of Mastery glowing star. With all 4 trials completed, Lucas returned to the central spire. The relics in his possession now pulsed with a harmonious energy, their powers fully integrated. The guardians of the sanctuary gathered around him, their forms glowing with approval and pride. Lyra, her voice filled with warmth, said, "You have proven yourself, Lucas. You have not only mastered the elements but also understood their true essence. You are now ready to channel the full power of the Hidden Isle's magic." As Lucas placed the relics into the Nexus of Mastery at the top of the spire, a radiant light enveloped him. The elements merged into a single, brilliant force, their energies intertwining and harmonizing. Lucas felt the magic flow through him, a blend of forest, sky, ocean, and flame, each contributing to the island's renewed vitality. The Nexus of Mastery began to resonate with a powerful hum, and the Sanctuary of Elements responded, its landscapes glowing and transforming. The magic spread across the Hidden Isle, restoring ancient wonders and breathing new life into every corner of the realm. Lucas stood at the pinnacle of the spire, gazing out over the transformed island. He felt a profound connection to the land, a bond that would last a lifetime. The guardians approached him, their eyes shining with gratitude and respect. "You have fulfilled the island's prophecy," Erin said, her wings outstretched in a gesture of honor. "The Hidden Isle's magic is once again in harmony, thanks to your courage and wisdom." Sito nodded, his voice resonating with the ocean's depth. "The sea sings with joy, and the creatures of the deep celebrate your victory." Ignis, glowing with a steady, fiery light, added, "The Earth's flame burns brightly once more, a testament to your strength and resilience." Lyra stepped forward, her hand resting on Lucas's shoulder. "You have become the true guardian of the Hidden Isle, Lucas. Your journey has transformed both the island and yourself. You are now a part of its magic, its history, and its future." Lucas smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment and peace. He knew that his journey had come full circle, but his connection to the Hidden Isle would remain forever. As he looked out over the island, he saw not just a realm of magic, but a place of harmony and wonder, a testament to the enduring power of nature and the spirit of adventure. With the island's magic restored and the balance achieved, Lucas knew that his adventures would continue, guided by the wisdom and strength he had gained. The Hidden Isle was now a part of him, and he was ready to face whatever new challenges and mysteries awaited him in the world beyond. The end.